It's Week 12 of the National Football League, and we'll see Luke Musgrave. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Bills and the Patriots, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They've gone a full half season since their last loss, winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big. And I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. A disappointing game for them, but still a heck of a run.
Indeed it was. What a great job by them putting together a streak. Now let's see how they rebound after a defeat.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Fisher. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So here are the Bills now backed up to get this drive started. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now a first carry here for their running back. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Sweep, and down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Bills at 9-1 on the year. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
And partner, to me, this is a team that no matter what the matchup, they're up for the fight. They are really suited for the postseason the way they're playing right now, and I would not want to face them come playoff time.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. From the 29, here's 2nd down and 5.
Here we go.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Williams with a little touch pass forward.
A solid stiff arm. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And that last throw, not going to count for much in the grand scheme of things, but it does move him over 3,000 yards passing for the season.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Up the middle they go. Sweet.
He's got it to the 43 here. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Go.
On play action, here's Williams.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
They'll go. Here's Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
Throwing is Williams. And he'll get it right back to Washington.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Darnell Washington,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Bills go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point attempt here still to come. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. Pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's
Buffalo defense.
They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Fisher. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sand. And it'll bring up 3rd.
They just gave up a sack there, if I'm not mistaken. They gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they'll have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
The Bills offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. He had the touchdown pass on the opening drive as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes coming in. And he's right up there among the league's best.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
The numbers for Gibbs from last week.
11 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
When a winning streak stretches this far, you start to wonder if a team is truly unstoppable. And here's a guy who's been very much the legs that have helped drive this team to wins week after week. And even when teams have keyed on him and tried to slow him down, he's still gotten the job done enough to avoid a loss. Talking with him in pregame, though, he thinks that this week could be his biggest week yet.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, Gilmore. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, you look at this Patriots defense.
We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
Let's go.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they're looking at a second down and 9 to go. Now a handoff up the middle. Sweep, and not much. Maybe a yard down in the 23.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
On fourth down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up first and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
They stay on the ground. This is Gillisley again. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Over the middle, complete. That's more. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the second quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a first down.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Looking to throw. Fisher. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Fisher. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Fisher. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away.
And he returns this to the 22. The Patriots ready to get the football back.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. Now you can go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They'll run with Gillisley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. This is Gillisley. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
But now he appears to be in some pain.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's caught. This is White. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White.
And he will have a Patriots first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Complete on the quick throw to Moore.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Fisher.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Slot man moves right.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. Fisher.
Throw right side taken in by Adunze.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Back to throw. Fisher.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Graves. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots.
Rome Odunze
from 3 yards out.
And the Patriots get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room.
Let's go.
Play action. Now Williams. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
Here's Williams.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, it's Williams.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Bills would extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Point after here coming up. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in right around the goal line.
Escapes the defender. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Pats at the line ready to go.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
He finds his man complete. It's Graves. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A final shot before break. Fisher. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it is the Jets who have the lead in that one. Kenny Pickett with a couple of touchdown tosses. From there, let's stay in the Midwest and head down to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. Josh Downs, a touchdown reception. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And it was the visiting Dolphins who were able to get the victory. Brock Purdy, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. In the first half, it was the man from USC, Caleb Williams, who put on a solid performance. He threw a first-quarter touchdown pass, then two more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Final adjustments being made for the second half. So with that, we get you back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. They'll try to run a reverse here. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35.
That's a tremendous start to the third quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
The Bills offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go, set. Unlock line. Unlock line. Check out.
They'll try the left side. Gilmore, and only able to get.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's second and 10. They'll go again with Gibbs.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Here we go.
And they'll let let their fullback try and push the pile. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Looking to throw is Williams. Flushed out right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Running out of the gun with White. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on. Scoring position, one guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He finds his man, complete. It's Graves. And he goes out right around the 39.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official.
Still 2nd down.
They'll go up the middle with White, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Looking to throw. Fisher. And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
To throw, it's Williams. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. That is caught.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 33 as we ironically approach 3:33 remaining in the quarter.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Up the middle they go. Sweep. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
From the gun, here's Williams. This pass caught. It's Dobbs with it.
And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
To the air, Williams.
Touchdown, Bills! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Bills have opened the lead up to 30. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. New England trying to get a place on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A pass complete to Odunze.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Back to throw. Fisher.
He'll get this into the hands of Odunze.
And he's corraled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season. Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
To throw, Williams. That's to the tight end, Musgrave.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 23 yards to pick up there. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll run on 1st down. Gilmore
to about the 48-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots 28. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eye.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown from 19 yards away.
And the Bills add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
New England's offense set to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. Fisher. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the gun on 3rd down. Fisher over the middle, complete. That's Graves.
And he will have a Patriots first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here are the Bills to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
Here we go.
Completed out left to Dobbs.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Ready. Go.
Throwing is Williams. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
2nd and 3.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. And with this advantage, this defense knew the passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Let's go now.
On the give, here's Gibbs.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
The numbers there tell the story. That last completion going to move him up over 400 yards passing now for the game.
Down. Gilmore. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
They'll go play action here with Williams.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Now the try here for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Now we'll get whistles, and they signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a seconds remaining. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
This game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There was so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, these young guys, our offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for Buffalo, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.